this past Christmas, I received this very peculiar looking camera. It's called the Agfa Super Select. Apparently, it was made in Germany and it came out in the year 1955, which means that this camera is quite literally 70 years old. That's crazy. I've actually never worked with or experimented with a camera quite this old, so this was actually kind of a nerve-wracking process. But anyways, like I mentioned earlier, I got this camera for Christmas and I have not used it since. I've been waiting for the perfect moment to bring it out of its casing and finally open it up and start using it. And so since it's officially summertime, I decided why not do it now. So about a couple weeks ago, I went on a little trip to South Carolina for a couple days, and so that is when I decided to bring this camera along with me and use up my very last roll of film that I had left over from a 3-pack, and it was the Kodak Gold 200. I love shooting that particular film roll. I feel like it has never really let me down. When I was first setting this camera up, I was actually pretty nervous because, like I said, I've never worked with a camera quite this old. However, I do have experience shooting on manual film cameras under my belt, so I applied a lot of that knowledge onto this, and it worked in my favor because it was not that different. All you really have to do is just pop open that little latch on the bottom and open up the door and just insert your film. And there you have it. I'll say though that one downside to this camera that I noticed is the fact that when you look through the viewfinder and you sharpen your camera to get the perfect shot, you actually can't really see it happening in real time. And what I mean by this, which I'll show you as an example, I'll bring out my Canon AE1. I'm gonna use my journal as the object. So when you look through the viewfinder in my Canon AE1 camera and you sharpen it at the same time, you're actually able to see it happening through the viewfinder, which is so helpful. But unfortunately with the Agfa Super Select, it is not so easy. The viewfinder actually does not work that way, unfortunately. I mean, this camera is way older, so yeah, you basically have to become pretty good at just estimating the distance between you and whatever you're trying to take a picture of. But anyways, I told myself that this can only make me a better photographer, so here we are. Let's cut to the footage of me embarking on my journey to South Carolina. So when we touched down, we rented out our car and we started driving down to North Myrtle Beach. And this is right around the time that I took one of my first photos. And honestly, I'm not too mad. I think it turned out pretty good. This is massive. Honestly, I don't even know what I got. So after we visited the Brook Green Gardens, which is where those clips were filmed, we drove down to Charleston. We were only there for a few hours, so I didn't end up taking that many pictures, which I kind of regret because it was absolutely beautiful there. Okay, so apparently Myrtle Beach has these giant gift shops. So far I have this hoodie, but I'm kind of overwhelmed. Like, there's so much to do and see here. It's crazy. Okay, so I can't decide between this hoodie and this hoodie. It's like practically the same, but there's like a small difference. Are you getting anything here?
Well, I'm getting this bracelet.
I did. Another $1,000 spent probably. Alright. Welcome back to the beach house. It's the night before the last day of us being here in South Carolina. Me and my sister are just chilling on this little balcony. Oh, bro, you have to cough. Quick wrap up. I haven't really filmed that many talking clips this whole video because I'm just chilling, reading a book. I don't think I took that many pictures today. Yeah. What else should I freaking say?
This?
Today was kind of like primarily a shopping day. Like, pretty much all we did today was just drive around and shop, kind of. What's your favorite thing that you got? Show them.
Okay, so I got this little blue one and this little pink one. And then I also got a Ron John, like, the OG shirt that you usually get from the shops, so.
Girl, I don't think they can hear you.
What?
Because you talk really silent.
Okay, I got a Ron...
Hurry up.
I got a Ron John shirt.
Alright, bro, who cares?
Okay.
Anyways, I'm ending the night off reading this book. And chilling here with my little sister. Not sure what kind of pictures up. Oh my gosh, the quality just got thousands of times worse. Catch you tomorrow. If we take any, or if I take any pictures. Thank you.
Girl, that was...
It tells us to open up window.
So on our last day in South Carolina, I was not able to take any good photos. And that is because my lens broke the night before. Yep. But anyways, enjoy the rest of the footage I filmed during this trip, and we'll recoup at the end of this video.
Can you make a video of you eating at the airport?
Definitely not.
To the main boarding line. Group 6
I'm gonna
passengers,
add it
welcome
into
aboard.
my camera. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all. Of course, I did take many other pictures that I didn't showcase throughout the video because I just didn't have, like, corresponding footage. I'm personally pretty content with how they turned out. I do have two downsides to this story, though. Unfortunately, on my last day in South Carolina, the lens unfortunately broke. Also, I have a band-aid on my finger, and believe it or not, it is literally from that camera. When I was rewinding the film in the airport, it literally put so much pressure on my finger, it quite literally like left a burn, and the blister keeps getting worse. So yeah, hope you enjoy this video. Nonetheless, bye.